I am going to be unboxing 10 comfortable designer shoes. I have them all behind me, and I'll also be telling you my honest opinion on them. Hi my loves, welcome back. So today's video, I've done all the hard work for you. I have 10 designer shoes behind me, some from brands you may know, some from brands you may not know, but all of these I have not tried on before. And I know you guys love these type of videos because in the past I've actually done one with card holders and with bags under $1,000. And this time round I thought, you know what? Let's do the same thing with shoes. This video is in partnership with Luisaviaroma. You guys know I've worked with them for many years now, and they have kindly let me borrow these shoes. So no, I'm not allowed to keep them, but I'm so glad that I'm able to do this because, you know, it's not often that you get to try 10 different shoes unless you buy 10 pairs. I'm going to be telling you what I like, what I don't like, kind of ranking them for you, and of course trying all the shoes on for you. Make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video because I do have a surprise for you and you don't want to miss out on that. So without further ado, let's get right into the unboxing and let's go through it together. So before we get started, you know how I said in the title, comfortable. When I was selecting all these shoes, I actually selected mid-heel and under. So all these shoes are 90 millimeters and under because personally from my own experience, I know the minute it gets over 10 or 11 centimeters, even though I love those heels and I do own shoes that are those heel heights, I can't walk in them for more than a couple of hours. So I purposely wanted to select ones that were a little bit lower because yeah, they tend to be the most comfortable. So in no particular order, I'm just going to start off with, let's start off with Giovincho Rossi. And I have actually unboxed all of these already and tried them on. So I do have a couple of notes, but let's go through them together. I will show close-ups of me wearing them. So I'll be telling you the ones that I absolutely love, ones I like, and maybe ones I think you should just think twice about. So Giovincho Rossi, and in here, these pair of Mules. So this is just a gorgeous neutral color. It's got a thick block heel. We know when you have more support on the heel, it tends to help with weight distribution, and I love a chunky block heel. I love nude shoes because they definitely elongate the leg. So if you love a mule and you like a chunky heel, I think these will be great for you. So initially I thought maybe it would be a little bit too plain, but I think with the heel being a little bit more chunky, it makes it look not so plain, and I was really pleasantly surprised how much I love this. Not to mention the leather is super soft, the upper, this is the upper of the shoe. And okay, so get this guys, this is so cool. Because I work with Luisaviaroma, at the moment they have like 30% off code at the moment on a lot of their styles with no stars. But they do have a selection where certain styles they have a percentage off. But I do have an exclusive code for you, and basically what it entitles you to is that you can get 40% off. I think a couple of them maybe already just got reduced to 40% off, but a lot of them are only at 20 or 25 or 30% off. So you guys get an additional discount, and basically you get first dibs because some of these styles may be reduced in the next week or so, but before all of them, you know, sell out, you guys get first dibs. So if you were interested in anything, just enter my code MIM40 at checkout and that will get you 40% off. I'm only able to get these codes because you guys support me. I don't make any commission from these codes. It's just for you to save money because, you know, when you guys are making purchases and you tell me about them, it's like I'm saving money and I'm getting a bargain as well. So yeah, if you were interested in that, make use of the offer now because a lot of these styles, like I think this one, there's only 2 sizes left, but it also does come in a gorgeous white. This is a shoe that's just great all year round. So this style for me is definitely one that I would consider purchasing. Okay, next let's move to Marni. Now this is a brand that not many people talk about, so I did really want to try one of their shoes out. I do own a couple of pairs of Marni shoes, but I haven't bought Marni for many years now. Okay, so in this box here, so this time round I picked flats, and this is what they look like. So a lot of these shoes are spring summer shoes, but a lot of them you can wear all year round, as I said. But this one definitely is more spring summer because of the upper. As you can see, it's sort of like in a raffia type of material. And one thing that I really liked about this is that on the footbed, it's going to be hard to see, but on the footbed, this is what we call a molded footbed. And so when you're wearing it, it is pretty comfortable because you can see like where the toes are, it kind of dips there. And plus it's got even very slight arch support. Now I think these are going to be really good for those of you that have a wider foot. But for me, I like flats. You guys probably don't see me in flats that much. But when something is a molded footbed, it either really works for some people or it doesn't. And I think just because of how my foot is, maybe my feet is too flat or something, the slight arch support actually doesn't make it super comfortable for me. But, you know, I asked my sister to try this on and she said they were so comfortable. So it really depends. But these are so lightweight. I actually really, as you guys know, I love me a raffia or rattan material. You guys know I love bags in that. So that's what attracted me to this design, and I kind of like that it kind of says Marnie on it. So if you were after a pair of flats but they're not like super flat, I think these are a good option, just that it doesn't suit my particular foot. Again, you can get 40% off these. Oh, I should mention my 40% off code aren't just for shoes. You can get 40% off anything on their site as long as it doesn't have a star. So just wanted to mention that. But yeah, these are a no for me, but for my sister, she loves them. So if you love flats, I think these are a good option. Okay, next is one of my favorite brands, and that is Manolo Blahnik. So this is a style maybe you guys haven't seen, because the style that they're really known for, as you know, is the hangisis, which I own so many colors of. So when I saw this, I was instantly attracted. And they are these pair of Mules. So this is what they look like. Firstly, Mel loves green, so of course that attracted me. But what I really loved was actually the diamante detail here. Normally the hangisis, as you know, has a rectangular diamante detail, which I love, very classic. But I actually really liked how this sort of emulates the pointed toe. So I think it looks really elegant. And this one here, great heel height. Again, I think it's 90 millimeters. I find them really comfortable. I love Manolo shoes. The pumps or the Mules I find very comfortable. And I think a lot of you guys find very comfortable too. So again, this one you can save 40% off. I believe it comes in black as well, black and green in these ones. This is definitely, I would buy list. However, if you have a wider foot, you may not find this that comfortable, because I would say that this particular style is suited to more normal to narrow width foot. So that's one thing I did want to mention. But for me, because I have a sort of normal width foot, I find them really comfortable. So this one is a big tick. So if you love Manolo Blahniks, or if you love the hangisis, I think that you will really love these too. Next is a brand that has been so hot the last couple of years. I don't even own a pair of shoes from this brand, and so many of you have said, Mel, why don't you own a pair of Makamac shoes? So purposely in this video, I picked two because one, I wanted to try them, and two, I definitely think that's the next shoe I'm going to be adding to my collection. So let's start off with this. And in here, special shoes need special attention. I picked these gorgeous shoes. So a couple of reasons why I picked this: pearls and a bit of bling. Two things that I love. And this heel height is lower again. It's like a kitten heel height. These are super comfortable, I find. And yeah, look at all these detailing. So with these Mules, it does have this strap here. It definitely does help support the foot when you're walking. So comfort wise, big tick. Aesthetically, I love the look of it. I love the details. I like that the diamond's huge. Some of you may not, but I have another option for those of you that may not like this diamond. So this comes in heaps of colors: black, I think pink, I think white, lots of different colors. And what's so good is these are like 20% off at the moment. So really good time if you've been wanting to try out Makamac shoes and you love bling or pearls or a bit of like sparkle. I think you'll really like Makamac shoes. So these ones are definitely ones I would consider, but I will show you another one soon that, yeah, I do personally for me love even more, but these are gorgeous as well. Okay, next is Roger Vivier. And I do own a couple of Roger Vivier shoes, but not that many. And I know that the ones I do own, I really love. So I have been eyeing a couple of pairs of their shoes and I picked, as you all know, again, I've been really into sneakers. Oh, I just love these sneakers. Firstly, you can't go wrong with a white pair of sneakers. I just love the look of this because one, it's got this bling buckle detail, and two, I like that it's slightly chunkier. It's not too chunky, but it's just got that little bit of added height, which personally for me, I find a bit more comfortable. So this one here, I also like, it's very subtle in terms of like, it's got like this little patent toe cap here. I mean, it's still leather patent, and even this sidebar, it's in like a rubber. So I just love the mix of materials. Guys, this is so comfortable. This is, yeah, I want to get them. So if you've been looking for a white pair of sneakers, maybe something that not that many people have, I think this is really underrated because, again, people don't really talk about Roger Vivier sneakers, and I love these. A little bit more pricier in terms of sneakers, but I think that's because of the jeweled buckle. But construction-wise, they are so well made. Run true to size. Love these. Okay, next is another one of my favorite shoe brands, and that is Choo. But I picked a style that not many people talk about, but I think it's like a forever classic. So in here, I actually picked a pair of wedges. Okay, so this is what they look like, especially for my Northern Hemisphere fam. You guys are going into summer, so these are so comfortable because it's essentially, you know, like a flat, but they've just added more bulk to the heel. So comfort wise, so comfortable. So because they've added this extra, I guess, platform, these shoes, when you do initially take them out the box, they do feel quite heavy, but on the foot they don't feel as heavy. They actually feel very comfortable to walk in. I love this crescent detail here, but I think with summer sandals, when you are getting something in plain colors, you need just that little touch of embellishment. I just think it needs that, otherwise it becomes a little bit too plain. If you want extra height and you're not sacrificing any comfort because they're, you know, essentially like flats, I think these are a great option. Again, I believe they come, I don't think that there's that many left in these, but they do come in a beautiful like neutral tan color as well. So of course, everything I mentioned I will link down below. And again, do check out the rest of Jimmy Choo's ranges because you can get 40% off non-start items. So these, to me, I do like. I would definitely consider buying, but because I have a couple of similar things, that's the only reason why it's not like a must buy for me. Next up is a brand that has been around for so many years. I have mentioned this on my channel before, and I do own, I think, 1 or 2 pair of his shoes, and that is Rene Calvilla. And his shoes, wow, they're like a little work of art. So let me show you what it is. So these shoes are super bling bling. You can see it is encrusted with little diamantes on the upper, on the heel, on the wrap. So aesthetically, I was like, oh my gosh, I love these shoes. And the heel height is only like, not even, maybe like 4 centimeters or something. So comfort-wise, in terms of the heel, very comfortable. Aesthetic-wise, I love. However, guys, I don't know if it's just me or I'm not used to it, But when I'm wearing this and this is wrapped around my ankle, I actually find them, it's such a shame, but I find them really uncomfortable. I'm not sure what it is. For those of you that own these shoes, do you have the one this is sort of like a half wrap? They also have versions where they have more of a wrap. So it's very easy to actually wrap around your ankle. That's not the problem. But I just find them so uncomfortable. Like when I'm walking, I don't know, it almost feels like it restricts my foot, which is such a shame because my other pair of Rene Caovilla shoes, so comfortable and I love them. But I know that this style is quite iconic for Rene Caovilla, but I just don't know if it's just my foot or whatever it may be. But the wrap bit, I find not very comfortable. Comment below if you own these pair of shoes. Should I try the full wrap version? But for those of you that do love it, I know a lot of people love these shoes. They do come in complete flats. They come obviously in high heel versions, which are amazing. I have a feeling that maybe I'll like the higher heel version better. But these ones, for whatever reason, just didn't work for me. But I love how they look and it won't put me off on buying the brand, but just, yeah. It's a shame that these didn't work out. So for me, these are a no-go, but maybe they'll work out for you. Okay, next, let's do another Roger Vivier. And in here, now I've tried to pick a whole variety of styles, as you can see. Some are heels, some are sneakers, some are flats, some are mules. And so these are sandals, and this is not something I would normally go for, but I think it would be a really good option for those of you that kind of want a chunkier sandal, but you don't like, you know, the whole dad sandal, how people love the dad sandal. Some people think they are just so ugly, but some people absolutely love that chunkier look. Now, the chunkier look doesn't suit me as much, but I thought this was a good compromise. You still kind of get the vibe of the dad sandal, but not exactly. Let me just show you what I mean. So again, it's chunkier, but super lightweight because of the construction of the shoe. Again, it's got a molded footbed, but this time, this one doesn't have the, you know, where the toes dip or the arch support, but it still does have arch support. So this one really worked for me. I find these so comfortable. Again, I like a sandal that has a bit of embellishment, especially if it's a summer sandal. So I like that this has the jeweled buckle. I actually really like, see how it's got contrast stitching all here on the outer sole. I guess it is the outer sole. Little things like that I notice. I feel like that really elevates this sandal. And I just think it looks really nice without looking too chunky, but still substantial. So this is one I would definitely consider. The only reason why it's not like a must I would get is because, one, I really love the Roger Vivier white sneakers I showed before. But this one super surprised me. I thought that this would be, I wouldn't like that much. But I actually really like these. And what do you guys think of this? I think it's just a really good alternative to the dad sandal because it's still feminine, but it does have that chunkier vibe. So yes, definitely considering purchasing these as well. Okay, so let me show you these Makamac shoes. And again, this is the style I was talking about where I think Makamac are really known for this design, and it is their bow range. And so this one here, I picked the Mules, and this is what they look like. So again, fabulous heel height. I believe this is like 80 or 85. But look at this bow detail, so feminine, totally up my alley. It's got the crystals, but the whole Makamac range is sort of very embellished, generally speaking. They have it in the mule version, they have it with the ankle strap, they have pump versions. So there are so many options. But the reason why I picked this particular one is because personally I love mules, but I'm considering also the ankle version as well. Now, comfort-wise, big tick. Now, I know not everyone likes Perspex, but I picked this one here because, yeah, I really like the color. So this does come in a variety of colors and a variety of heel heights. This heel height I just find very comfortable for me personally. But this blue, it just goes with a lot. It could go with denim, it could go with a white dress, it could go really well with, you know, obviously blues. I mean, I even paired blues and greens together. Because it is the Perspex, it's not like a solid blue. So I really, really like these. And these to me is ones I would probably definitely get. I'm just considering which one. So for me, I personally like the bow detail a little bit more than the Diamante one that I showed you before with the pearls. I think I'm going to go for the bow detail one. It's just a matter of what color should I get. And finally, the last pair of shoes, which I've never ever tried. I do own bags from Moschino, but not a pair of shoes. So I wanted to try one of their shoes because Moschino shoes are very, very well priced. And I picked something totally out of my normal kind of style, but again, on the whole chunkier sandal trend. These are the shoes that I picked. So definitely chunkier sandal, and it's sort of got the, what do you call it? Like maybe a tractor heel. I'm not sure if that's called a tractor heel, but it's got that jagged heel, so which adds a bit of interest. These are superb for those of you that have a wider foot. Again, this one has a molded footbed as well, where the toes sort of dip in. I find these more comfortable than the Marni ones, but yeah, just on my foot, maybe I'm just not used to the style. I don't like how it looks on my particular foot, but it is very comfortable. One thing about Moschino is they tend to be very over the top. If you look at their bags or you look at their clothing, they tend to be very playful and yeah, just a little bit out there, but this is not too out there. I mean, of course, they've got the branding and the gold logo, but it's still like a classic sort of two-strap sandal with just a little bit of added detail. So that's why I didn't want to pick something that was too plain. So I think that this is still classic, but with just a touch more interest. So if you love a chunky sandal, I think this is a great option. But just personally for me, I didn't really like how it looks on my foot. And for me, if I was to go a chunkier sandal, I prefer the Roger Vivier ones, you know, the off-white ones. That's the style that I would go for instead of this. But yeah, the leather is super soft, really good price point. So one to consider if you do like this type of look. So just before I end off and tell you some of the exciting news, when I was scrolling through Luisaviaroma's website, I actually own these pairs of shoes and I noticed that you can get 40% off these as well. So I just wanted to mention them because I personally own them and I find them really comfortable. Manolo Blahnik, I did see a leather pair that you can get 40% off. And then of course, the Ferragamo Vara flats. Again, I own these, but I love this quilted version that they have in the two-tone. You can get 40% off that. So I just wanted to have honorable mentions purely because I own them. So it's not like I need to unbox them, but they're sort of like proven already. So everything I've mentioned, all of the ones I unbox, I will list down below as well as the honorable mentions. So just in summary, the ones that I would definitely consider buying, and they're actually in my cart right now. My number one is definitely the Roger Vivier white sneakers, can wear all year round. The Makamac bow detail shoes, I'm just deciding between the pumps or the version that has the ankle strap. Manolo Blahniks, no surprise there. And then in terms of the ones that I wouldn't buy, purely because it doesn't really suit my foot, is the Marni. I just didn't find these comfortable at all, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't get them. It's just, it didn't suit my foot. I think my flat feet, I don't know, I just didn't find them that comfortable. And then I'm so sorry to say, but these ones here, I just can't take the ankle strap. I just find them so uncomfortable, but I love the look of them. Those two are like definite, probably no's for me, but the rest I would definitely consider. So I think like 8 out of 10, I generally really liked. So I was really quite happy with that selection. So one other thing that I quickly wanted to mention is that ages ago, I still get asked this question, but I because I came across it while I was browsing. This is not on sale, by the way. But guys, I saw on Luisaviaroma that they have, which I'm actually using as a mini blanket now. Remember ages ago, I showed you this, which is a Burberry, actually it's in the kids section, it's a baby blanket, but it's like 100 by 100 centimeters, and I use this as like a little lap blanket. I can use it as a scarf, I can use it, you know, just as a wrap. So this, I think Luisaviaroma only have 4 left, so this is going to sell out. But if you've been wanting this, get this, because this is 280 USD. But just to show you an example, I do actually own the classic scarf, which is actually hubby's, but this one is 480 USD. So this blanket, which is way bigger than this, is 40% cheaper. So that was just a little hack. You know how I give you little hacks on buy from the kids range. The last time I told you about this, it sold out completely, but I think Luisaviaroma, I just happened to find it there. So if you were interested in that, get that. That's full price, but it's so worth it. Like $280 for like double the size of this nearly. I think that is so worth it. But in terms of anything else, if you want to do some shopping, you can use my code on anything that just doesn't have a star. I will leave all the terms and conditions below. Just use the code MIM40 to get 40% off. So it would mean a lot if you click on my links, because as I've always mentioned, these retailers, Luisaviaroma completely tracks it. But this is how I'm able to get all these codes for you, as I've told you in the past. So I love it when I'm able to get these discount codes for you. It just makes me happy because I'm going to be shopping myself, and I hope that it helps you guys. But let's get to the surprise bit. So because I work with Luisaviaroma for so many years, I always do ask them, you know, can I do more for my followers? And because we have such a great relationship, I've actually got like a mini giveaway for you guys. So with this giveaway, there's going to be 2 winners, and of course it is open worldwide. So the first prize winner is going to get a $350 Luisaviaroma gift card converted to whatever currency, you know, you're from, but $350 USD, which you can put to anything you want. And the second prize winner, which I will show you here, I did a poll recently on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, do follow me here. This is my Instagram account. I asked you guys, what color Salvatore Ferragamo card holder would you like? And I think I gave you yellow, pink, and blue. Now, I think blue got the most votes, but I chose a different color for a reason, because I have another giveaway coming up soon, which has nothing to do with my 300K, by the way. I just really want to give back to you guys. And so I actually ended up picking the yellow. And I'm so glad I did. It actually looks even more beautiful in real life. Now, this card holder is going to be for the second prize winner. I think in a card holder, it's always fun to have something vibrant and bright. I love this card holder. I actually own the red one myself, and I love it. It's super soft, and yeah, it fits into all your mini bags, and it's just, yeah, Ferragamo, again, is an underrated brand, so that's the second prize winner. So all you need to do is 1, make sure you subscribe to my channel. 2, comment below, out of all the 10 shoes I showed you today, which one was your favorite? And then 3, leave your contact. So with your email or your IG, just don't write any symbols. For example, if it's John_Smith, just write John_ then Smith, because YouTube has been deleting comments, and I find that this is a way you can get around it. Or if your username is the same as your Instagram name, you can just write my IG is the same as my YouTube name. And that is it. I'm going to leave the giveaway open just for 2 weeks. It's just YouTube only, super simple. And yeah, I would love for you to share this video with your friends. Like, if it's useful for you, that would make me so happy as well. So guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful day or night, guys, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.